the city, I think it's so easy to forget that we are of this land, of this earth, and growing food for yourself, growing food for your community, teaching people how to do that, it's one of the most powerful things you can do.
Boricua Sunny Vasquez is the food and agriculture assistant at the New Roots Community Farm in the Bronx. The farm offers critical services to immigrant communities as well as refugees, asylees, and local South Bronx residents who not only want to tend to their own plots, but also relax and connect with their culture through agriculture.
I had ancestors who worked the sugarcane plantations in Puerto Rico. So when I think about, going back to my roots, this is what it looks like. Tending to the land, planting seeds, and being in a relationship to what you're growing. We grow so many things. We grow corn, beans, squash, peppers. Like last year, one of our stewards grew sugarcane. We were able to grow sugarcane in the South Bronx. Like, that's kind of unheard of, right?
Everyone was so happy, so happy. Then the sugarcane grow, I was so happy. Because this is coming to garden, right? We have to make experience for many foods. Because some plant doesn't grow here, that grow in like Florida. But we have to bring to see if that gonna grow here too. That's why I try with sugarcane, that sugarcane grow. Then this year too, I plant again.
Community farm members like Rose are thrilled to have this oasis in their neighborhood, since the formerly abandoned lot is now a thriving space of community engagement and food production. But community farms are not the only answer when it comes to planting the seeds of sustainability citywide. A nonprofit called Chefs for Impact is also doing their part to minimize contributions to the climate crisis by educating kids around the city about the environmental and personal impacts of sustainable food through their Chefs for Kids programming.
It's important that we approach the food education from a sustainability perspective because we can teach kids how to use every single part of the produce or the food that they're buying, right? A lot of the times vegetable scraps get thrown away, they don't get composted, but instead of throwing them away, you can actually use those vegetable scraps to make stock, to make soups, and that's what we're trying to provide these kids. Showing them the difference between conventional versus organic and teaching them how to be more plant-based or more focused on consuming vegetables, whole foods, instead of eating processed.
On the day we visited, Chef Max was teaching his students in Queens how to make a delicious salad with locally sourced ingredients.
So celery is a very awesome vegetable. It's the base of a lot of cooking.
To make food with things that are grown locally is definitely like a learning experience. And so, you feel good about it. You feel like you're doing good for your community, especially since Rockaway is a food desert. So it's like to grow crops and to be a part of something like this big and to make an impact it's important.
We teach them both at the agricultural and culinary side of things. So we have a garden program and we teach them, how to grow food, how to harvest food, how to grow what's in season, and then from there, we'll teach them how to cook that food and various techniques. I think it's super important in New York City because of the lack of access to reliable food sources. There are very few grocery stores, but hundreds of bodegas, and there's, not access to fresh, organic produce. I think it's super important that, as a Latino that comes from that kind of background, that I can, serve minority groups and impoverished communities and teach them and provide access to, fresh food, organic food, reliable food sources.
One of the goals of the Chefs for Impact Kids program is to help create the next generation of food change makers who will become empowered at a younger age to make better food choices overall.
I'm starting to really like these classes because it's really making me want to cook and stuff more myself. So I can instead of buying food outside because it's getting bad, I can make stuff for myself and especially for my family members. If you cook yourself, you know what you're putting in the food and how it's gonna come out. So you don't have to worry about any other stuff that fast food restaurants put in it. So it's like a really healthier option.
So they really made an emphasis on only using in-season and local foods and produce. And so that definitely helps cut down on fossil fuel emissions of traveling and help support my local neighborhood because, I'm putting money into the actual neighborhood. Also the food is just better in general because it's local, it's tasty, it's fresh, and you can tell.